Sideline of goal. Late winner's doing it. They're gonna take. He's gonna bring down Burning. Alone with a double kill. Dropping fast. Monopoint's there. He's still alive. Wait, seconds left. He's got one time. He's got a second. He's taking it out. Oh my God! On three. They're all dead.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us for the Summit 2 by G2A.com European Qualifiers. We're here with the final day. We've got two more best of threes to go, and this will be the deciding day of which two teams will make it into the main event for the Summit 2 Europe Division. First up on the docket, we've got Team Coast versus Compass Gaming, and we got off to a very slow start today. Compass Gaming, they were stuck in a match for the Synergy League. Took them a little while to get in here, and they actually were almost defaulted a loss for Game 1. They had about 3 minutes to spare before they fell into the lobby, ready to rock and roll. So taking it down to the wire, they did, however, lose all of their reserve time moving towards the draft. So we'll see how much that hurts them here, but this should be a pretty even matchup. Both these teams look good on days 1 and 2 to make it this far into the tournament. The winner here will secure a seat, and the loser will go home empty-handed in this qualifier. So buckle your seatbelts, folks, because things are about to get bumpy.
Radiant team pick.
All right, so finally in the draft here, Compass Gaming. So far, so good. Looks like that bonus time hasn't hurt them too much. All the first bands looking fairly straightforward. Coast will take out the Terror Blade as well as the Brewmaster, and Compass Gaming take out the Naga Siren as well as that Faceless Void. Batrider, Earthshaker, the opener for Compass Gaming. Two pretty solid heroes. They have not been prioritizing the Batrider that much, at least not in days prior that we've seen Compass, but still a very potent hero in the hands of a strong offlaner, and I think Gorak is one such player. So we'll see how they utilize that. Earthshaker Ancient Apparition is a great classic support duo. They'll be able to set up some kills from afar, use that fissure to get him set up. You should be able to get a cold feet proc off that. And then later on, it's just a lot of magic damage they can put out with that Echo Slam, of course, and the Ice Blast as well. Now let's look at the side of Team Coast, and I would say maybe a little more conventional. Opening picks reminiscent of 6.81, Death Prophet, and the Lightning Revenant Razor. Oh boy, those two dirty pushing heroes that were really known for their prowess in the last patch, but hey, they've been looking pretty good in this patch as well. We were just talking about it at dinner last night. DP is so freaking good. It's a misconception that she's an early game hero because even in the late game when that ultimate starts to taper off, she's still damn hard to deal with. That's when she really gets beefed up, and how do you truly shut her down if you don't have the burst damage to do it? Now, Ancient Apparition is a good resource in dealing with the Death Prophet, but not the end-all, be-all. You need something a little more bursty, I think, that Compass will have to go with this final pick of theirs. Now, Razor also still quite good once you get that Ags Refresher. Oh boy, does it get dirty pretty quick. They'll also grab the Enigma, and the Nyx Assassin probably could be the offlane, could be a support, a great hero to have against the Batrider. As always, you can use that Spike Carapace, walk right into the Firefly, and hey, you got a free stun on that Batrider. And that often makes it pretty easy to set up a kill. But whoa, Big Daddy, Compass Gaming, they're going to do something a little different. They go with Admiral Kunkka as their final pick. So it looks like the Admiral will be their mid-hero, and okay, Team Coast, they pick up old Lichy with their final pick. So it looks like it will be most likely a core Nyx headed to the off lane, picked up by Solon. ES Kills, whatever his name is, he'll take Razor. That'll be headed towards the mid-name. Blonde, their stand-in. He was here yesterday. He'll be playing the Enigma once more, so that looks like it'll be a safe lane Prophet this time around. Is there something wrong with the quality? That looks pretty good. So I'm getting reports of quality issues. You guys don't have source, really? Oh boy, let me load up this. Let me take a look. We've got, oh, there's no medium. Low, high, and source.
5 seconds remaining.
Whoops. Huh. All right. Well, it looks like the transcoding is doing something funky. We will reset the stream after this, and usually when the transcoding is not on our side, folks, so I'll have a little aside here. The transcoding is the thing where you can select, low, medium, high source. That's a Twitch thing. That's not us. That's part of the Twitch service, and if that gets messed up, the only way to fix it is just to reset the stream arena. So, yeah, if there's something weird going on, it looks like there's no medium. So sorry for the medium lovers out there, but well, can't help you for this game. For game 2, we'll get you all sorted out. Don't you worry. We'll get you squared up, all right? We got your back, because Beyond the Summit is looking out for you. Okie dokie. KPG, they'll get aggressive here. Looks like they may want to put some wards down, stop this Enigma from doing too much dirty work early on. They've got a couple of sentries, and they've got an observer here. They've already put one observer down at the bottom rune spawn on the high ground there, and we'll see where they move into. Uh-oh, DP. She's going to get caught out, and she'll get hit by the torrent to follow up the fissure. Out comes the Frostfinger buff, and they'll be able to click down 8 Mother. There's your first blood, and it'll be drawn by Arts on the Weaver. What a start for KPG. They get the first blood on their carry, and they should be able to get some wards down to block off these camps. They're going to be patient with it, but no, maybe not. Okay. Looks like he'll pass over a sentry. Cute little bounty there to the Bat Rider. Wow, I'm a little surprised. I thought they were going to block out a lot more of these camps. They'll put their other observer here in front of the pole camp. Nothing too sneaky about it, but we'll give them some nice vision into the lane, so perhaps they can step up the aggression a bit. And we'll see if this one gets counterwarded from Coast. This should not be too difficult to counterward once they realize that the pole camp has been blocked. Looks like Blonde thinking about starting off aggressively in the Radiant jungle, assuming that some stuff was blocked off. He'll go ahead and grab his Sage's Mask out of the gate. No smoke to make this rotation, so this could be a little bit risky, but we'll see how it ends up working out for him. It is a regeneration rune down bottom. Earthshaker was the one to grab the bounty rune up top, so he's actually halfway through level 1 already, but Solon, oh, daddy, he's in some trouble, but oh, the fissure, it's on the wrong side. Got him. He just barely misses it, and Solon will be able to survive. No problemo. So let's introduce some rosters here, see where everyone's laning. And up on the Radiant side, we've got Compass Gaming, a.k.a. KPG. It'll be Gorek here playing on the Bat Rider. We'll have Ninja solo mid on the Admiral. And up top, it'll be an aggressive try. PSM on the Frostfinger, Ancient Apparition. Arts will be here on the Weaver. And it will be Gotham playing on the support Earthshaker. Now, down Dyer's, down bottom. Seal Kid, he'll fall to the fire. Fire is better than ice. And Gorek gets a kill on old Kel'Thuzad there as they have a little skirmish back and forth. Now, Dire side, we've got Team Coast. It'll be 8 Mother on the farming Death Prophet here in the off lane. Blonde will be in the Radiant jungle to get things started. He's on the Enigma, and it's about to be an Enigma sandwich here. It's Gorek. He found that regeneration rune, and he will start to zone out the Enigma. Connects with 1 stack of Sticky. Make it 2. He's going to keep chasing him down. Blonde should be okay, but Gorek will keep harassing him about 8 Mother. Already picked up the Magic Stick. Always good news against the Bat Rider in lane. But we'll take a little bit of Sticky as well. Frost Blast is there. Sticky stacking up. And this could end up being an interesting little skirmish here as Gotham blocks out Blonde. And now there's a haster, and it's going to be a battle for it, but Earthshaker will body block. And now Blonde's in some trouble. He's going to get chased down. The Sticky is stacking. And this Earthshaker is going to be able to chase him into oblivion, but Razor's coming in. Can he turn this around? No, he can't. He throws out a whip. Only has 1 point in the plasma field. And that'll be the end of it. It's a quick 3-0 before we can even get through the introductions as KPG getting a lot of momentum. Bat Rider found 2 kills already. 1,000 gold in the bank. That's one rich Bat Rider. He'll be able to upgrade that mount soon. Get a little Blink Dagger. Close those gaps. We got E-Skills, ES-Kills. I don't know how to say his name, but we're going to say E-Skills. I should have asked him when we were sitting in the lobby. He'll be on the Lightning Revenant Razor in the mid, and that puts Sol in safe lane on the Nyx Assassin. So overall, I think a smart play from CST here to try and secure some farm on the Death Prophet just by dodging the tri-lane. So they'll put her in the off lane. Unfortunately, it's kind of backfired for him. Bat Rider's only picked up 5 last hits, but the hero kills he's gotten have more than made up for it. And 8 Mother really hasn't found that much in the way of farm. 8-4 in CS, definitely not where he wants to be when you look at this Weaver, who's just racking up the last hits, 19-7. And he was also the one that picked up the first blood. So already putting some bling on those little spider fingers there. He's got double rings, Basilius, Ring of Health. He's going out classy. Now, down bottom, Gorek, one more auto attack ought to bring him down. Crypt Swarm will hit. It's dead Bat Rider, and 8 Mother, he'll find a little bit of recovery down here, and almost more importantly, slow that Bat Rider down, take some of that money away, and take it for herself. Gotham can only do so much to keep his friend alive. So that'll make it 1-3, and Team Coast will finally get on the board. Now, the most even of the lanes is this mid lane. Ninja and E-Skills, they're just giving it to each other, and the CS score looks fairly even. Razor is getting the better of it, 16-8 versus the 13-3 Kunkka, but all things considered, not too shabby. Looks okay for the Kunkka. We'll miss a Torrent here, that's all right. I'll be curious to see how Ninja builds his Kunkka here. No point in X, just going for Torrent Tidebringer right now. E-Skills go up top, grabs himself the Bounty Rune. Down bottom, it's an illusion. And got him, will kind of walk back and forth, but end up picking it up himself, perhaps. Does the Kunkka have a bottle? It doesn't look like it. Let's take a look at the courier here, the old boar. No, he's bottleless right now. So just curious in general what build he's going to end up going for. I haven't seen Ninja play too much Kunkka. So I'm very curious about his prowess here. Still farming pretty even in the mid. It is Weaver that's really coming out ahead here. Gorak finally starting to struggle a bit in this solo safe lane role against these two heroes. Lich denying up a storm, but spamming that Frost Blast, and I actually like the synergy between these two heroes. You hit with Frost Blast, then Death Prophet, has a pretty easy Crypt Swarm to follow up. Still no points in silence, but a pretty standard build here. So Earthshaker, he's just spending some time in the jungle. He'll get some stacks going for the Bat Rider. We'll stack up the hard camp here. Only a 2 stacks so far, but was doing some fancy work with the pole camp. And at least he's got something. Bat Rider will be able to retreat to a pretty fast Blink Dagger. He did invest in a bottle. Usually you get Tranks or a bottle, one or the other. And he'll bottle it up here. And now the quest for the Blink Dagger begins. His farm that was looking oh so good moments ago, now just kind of okay. Par for the course, not too crazy. Safe lane, how are we looking on the Dire side? Solon, he's having an alright time up here. He's 2-0 in last hits, but he's found a lot of experience, and that's what's really important when you're talking about a Nyx Assassin. Farm is great, and that's a nice little bonus, but kind of like a clockwork. You're just looking to hit that level 6, because your ultimate gives you so much gank ability. That's where you want to start moving around the map. And Nyx is one of these kind of odd heroes that he's almost more of a threat when he's off the map than when he's sitting in lane. Because you don't know when he could be vendetted up, sitting behind you, ready to stab you in the back, and look to pick up a kill. Blonde has finally found a home in the jungle. He's moved back to the Dire side after that initial unfortunate death, and now he's racking up a fair bit of farm. Per usual with an Enigma, it opens up some efficiency in the lanes. Gold will be going the way of KPG because of these hero kills and superior farming, but CST have a pretty solid experience lead. Solon will get initiated on up top, but a double stun. Blonde comes in, has some Eidolons with him. PSM at the very least will go down. They'll also lose the Weaver. Down comes the Sentry Ward, and KPG getting a little too gully up top. They way overcommit on that one. TP in from Lich, and the rotation from Blonde more than enough to turn it around, and it's a 2-for-1. They still lose their Nyx Assassin. Weaver does secure a kill before he goes down, but it will cost Weaver his life, and that'll help knock him down just a little bit. Still not enough to make a huge dent in that net worth, but at least they do clean it up and get a favorable exchange. That kind of puts a dent in that gold lead and furthers the experience edge of the Dire side. Now Enigma soon to be level 7, so Blonde getting a lot of experience out of that. As did the Lich. Seal Kid now finds his level 6, so he will look to make a rotation here. And now with that ultimate, he's got a little bit of kill potential also. So let's see here, Gorak, he's found his level 6 now in the safe lane, so that's always good news for a Bat Rider. And the rotation of the Lich leaving the lane, Gorak's had a little bit of space to farm, and going back to the last hit chart here, he's almost up to 20. So this is pretty good for the solo Bat Rider. I guess sort of 1.5 lane presence here has got him. It's been kind of rotating in and out, trying to help him out when possible. Looks like they could go for a kill on 8 Mother. Won't be too easy, and nope. Can't get in position to connect with a good fissure. And 8 Mother will be She'll make it back, and she's also got 10 stick charges, so she's feeling pretty safe right now. If they jump on her, that's a nice little heal she can pop out, 150. Feeling pretty good. Now, reasonably quiet early game, though. Both teams pretty happy just farming away. Enigma's smoked up, Black Hole at the ready. We'll just be going for Fast Mech. No surprise about that one. You make some little blueberries here, and coming around, we'll find an Ancient Apparition. Smoke gets revealed. Can he get off the Malefice? Nope, it's only level 1. So it does have max out Eidolons here, but the level 1 Malefice really doesn't do a hell of a lot. Just doesn't hurt all that much. They're going to put down a sentry. They're looking for the Weaver. Blonde very eager to use this Black Hole. But now needs to be a little careful. Fissure comes out. Blonde, he'll overcommit, and that'll be the end of the Enigma. So it just takes one TP from the Earthshaker to set up the kill. And old Frostfingers is there with his chilling touch. Makes it an easy set of right clicks. That'll make it 5-4. As we're looking at that Bat Rider down bottom, he'll get picked off by the Lich Death Prophet combo once more. The Frost Blast into Crypt Swarm. It's pretty potent. You can get off a lot of right clicks after that one's done. So now DP will move into the tower, start chipping away. No points in the ultimate quite yet, but we'll be happy just to phase boot it down. And we'll upgrade that stick into a wand. So Solon, he's found his 6. He used the Vendetta in that last little skirmish, but wasn't able to find much out of it. PSM hiding in the tree line. Also finds his level 6 off that last exchange. So Ice Blast is online now. Just glancing at the level chart. The only one that's kind of behind right now is the Earthshaker. Godin's just been roaming around. Hasn't really found too much space to sit back and farm. And all in all, hasn't really grabbed too many kills either. Blonde, close-ish to the mech. Actually, not that close. He's still a recipe away. I guess a good rule of thumb is about that 10-minute mark. That's about when you'd want your Enigma to grab that really fast mech. But 1, 2, and 1, not a lot of options for him here. He did get that early point Midnight Pulse, clearing some trees, and does do some decent damage. But now we'll start to get some points in Malefice, so perhaps ganking will become more of a possibility. Let's check in on the mid lane here. Looks like Ninja has started to pull ahead a little bit. 54 CS compared to the 47 of the Razor, though it looks like E-Skills is still in control of the runes right now. He's picked up his power treads. Bottle gets filled up once more. Kunkka's now picked up his bottle. He's got his phasey, so he's pretty speedy. Has a movement edge against the Razor when he's not hasted, and that's a nice little advantage. When the Razor goes for phase boots, gets power treads, and you can go for phase boots. Makes it a lot harder for him to chase you down, but in the mid, Torrent will connect. E-Skills will get hit by the Ice Blast, but that haste rune will be long enough just to barely keep him alive. Uses the invisibility rune, and not that close to a shatter, but maybe a little close for comfort there. If Kunkka had connected with the boat, certainly would have been enough for a kill. But already we're seeing the impact that PSM is having with that global presence. Throwing those snowballs across the map and already being an irritant. Ancient Apparition, one of these heroes that really wants to find a fast level 6 and not always the easiest of plights. So he's had a pretty good time up here. The bit of skirmishing they've done helped him out a fair bit. 0, 1, and 3. Those 3 assists really where it's at. So checking in on the DP, her farm is still looking pretty solid. Seal Kid will hold steady in this bottom lane as DP actually roams towards the top lane. Ape Mother will find lane presence up here, just looking to continue the farm, probably moving into a Drum of Endurance next. 11 minutes and 20 seconds, and Bat Rider, he's got a Blink Dagger. And we'll be coming out on the courier here momentarily, and picks up a smoke straight away, so Gorak, he's going to go hunting. And we'll see what he can find. If they could get a kill on the Death Prophet, that would be ideal. She's that big, scary presence that you really need to slow down. Because if you don't slow her down, she's just going to hit that critical mass that much more quickly. A gank on the Razor wouldn't be so bad either. His farm's been looking pretty solid. And I'm curious what build E-Skills will end up moving into here. Now, it's a pretty good game for the Weaver. Coast have a fair bit of lockdown. They've got stuns here. They've got Malefice. They've got a silence, but not a huge amount. Down bottom, got him. Will get Vendetted on, and Seal Kid will just blast him with the Frost, and that'll be more than enough to secure a kill on the under-leveled Earthshaker. He's found his level 6, but still a pretty easy pickoff. Top lane. Arts will get initiated on, takes a Crypt Swarm, but they will just back it on up. No more sentries available, so a chance of actually killing the Weaver here looking pretty slim. We'll see a Mechanism picked up by the Enigma. So not the best timing for Blonde, but not too bad either, considering he was off to a pretty slow start. That puts Team Coast kind of in fighting shape now, as KPG don't have a mech of their own, but the Blink on the Bat Rider and the farm on this Weaver are all things to be concerned about. Arts is pretty damn close to his Lincoln Sphere. We'll go Aquila right into the Lincolns. No boots on him yet, but we're looking at like a 14-minute Lincoln's pickup, maybe 15 minutes. That's pretty ridiculous. As E-Skills in the mid, he gets dunked, he gets boated, and wow, that's a pretty scary combo there as Gotham sets it up. Alpha Ninja follows up, and even the Ice Blast to follow through in case that wasn't enough damage. And they'll finally slow down that Razor, take away 300 of his hard-earned gold, and get a nice net worth change following that kill. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane here, Solon, he's Vendetted up. He sees the Bat Rider under the tower, but instead wants to go for PSM. We'll start off with the Vendetta. There's your follow-up stun. TP's coming in. It should be an easy one on PSM. Lich will be able to grab it with just an auto attack. Didn't even need the Frost Blast. So they defend the bottom tier 1 tower and get a kill out of it. It is a little bit costly. It does take 2 TPs and probably could have done it with just 1. And now the Death Prophet has to decide what he wants to do. Will he just keep farming down here? Will he have to head somewhere else? Blonde going to get sandwiched in here. We've got a speedy Kunkka as Arts flies through as well on the Weaver there, and they'll catch him in an X Torrent. They'll be able to just bring him down. Mech not going to keep Blonde alive. Razor was inbound, a little miscommunication on the pathing. You saw the Enigma kind of double back, looking to rendezvous with his pal. Not sure the Razor could have actually kept him alive, but maybe some hope of a counter kill on the Kunkka perhaps. Yeah, it wouldn't have been easy though. Kunkka even now has drums, so he's cruising, man. He's a speedy mother. Solon will miss the spike carapace, or pardon me, the impale. And Kunkka will be okay. So 7-6, KPG ahead by just a singleton kill, but they've got a pretty sizable gold lead. 3,000 gold, experience is leveled out. Again, compliments of that Enigma, keeping Coast from getting out-leveled here, but the farm is just looking good on the side of the Radiant. I see Weaver still topping the charts, and now Kunkka following that kill. He's looking pretty strong also, only about 400 behind that of the Weaver. And Kunkka, one of these heroes that when he gets that early momentum, he is a pretty scary force. He's also really high level. He's level 11, the only one to have a level 2 ulti in the game. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Seal Kid taking some damage. Weaver getting a little manly here, but 8 Mother will be there, and they'll help repel the forces of the Scarab. Bottom lane, some pings come out as KPG pressure the bottom tier 1. Solid pressing forward, but it's bait. They've got a sentry ward down. He does manage to get off the spike carapace. Fissure flies through from Gotham, and that's a dead Nyx assassin. Smart plays from KPG to use the sentry ward, baiting it out, and they will find a kill. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Seal Kid, he's in more than a little bit of trouble as Art brings him down. He will have a time lapse available. Sentry ward is down, but just no easy way to deal with this. 8 Mother will do some decent damage, but there's the time lapse, and Arts will go right back to that acceptable level of HP. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, tier 1 tower goes down, and Coast will have no easy way to defend it. So KPG, they're looking pretty strong here. They'll find 2 kills across the map. They get the first tower kill of the game in the bottom, and it's not even denied. The Earthshaker's the one that grabs the last hit. And also, wow, that Weaver ended a killing spree on the end of that last fight. So that will indeed be his Lincoln Sphere with already another 800 gold to boot. And with that last hit on the tower, the Earthshaker, yeah, he's almost halfway to his Blink Dagger. He skills in the mid. It'll be a rinse and repeat style. Look at this synergy between the Razor and the Earthshaker. Such an easy setup, and we've seen it a couple times now, but the boat will slap him down. Now we'll see Arts up in the top lane. He'll get silenced. Solon is here, connects with the backstab. The Lincolns gets broken with the mana burn. They will connect with the stun. There's a sentry ward down, but he's just out of range. Arts may well survive this one. He'll time-lapse back. Death Prophet gets finished off as Alpha Ninja comes up, connects with the Torrent, gets the Tidebringer. Blonde has a black hole, but can he find the proper opening to use it? He'll get X'd. We'll be able to mech. Lich flies out the Chain Frost. Will bounce into the creeps as Blonde off to the side will get brought down by Arts. Clears the trees. No way he'll survive. Meanwhile, on the other side of it, Seal goes down. Solon, he'll get stunned up, and it's a full team wipe. A triple kill for Arts and KPG. Looking like they could take a quick game 1 in this best-of-3 series. They might have showed up late, but they came to win. And that'll be a 3,000 gold change in their favor as they get a 5-0. I guess kind of a 4-0. Razor was dead, but wow. Now we'll get a tier 1 tower out of it in the top lane. And now things are looking just very grim for this Dire side. They simply don't have the farm at this point. It's 10,000 gold, 7,500 experience. What a game for a Weaver. He's just running him down. He'll go into a Maelstrom next, so not even going for the boots, just going all pure right-click damage. And look at the item progression. I mean, they don't need no mech, as they like to say. Alpha Ninja appears to be going into a Battle Fury, so he's just going to be cleaving it up. And Bat Rider soon to have his Force Staff. So it doesn't really matter if CST can get off the mech. They have no damage output the other way around. Blonde so far hasn't been able to get off a single black hole, and Weaver just focuses him down, and they have no easy way to deal with it. Dust doesn't work that well against Weaver because he can just time-lapse it off. And then the sentry wards, they can only cover so much area. So as we saw there, Arts kind of got a feel for where the sentry ward may be, moved around to the tree line, and he just focused on Blonde and said, hey, maybe if you get a black hole off, you'll live for a bit longer. But what's the follow-up there, buddy? I'm just going to pop back out and hit you with the bugs. You ain't got no fly swatter. Well, CST, they're in some trouble. They need to take a good team fight soon. We haven't even seen an exorcism yet, I don't think, out of 8 Mother. So they have all of these team fight tools, but they haven't really put them to good use yet. I don't think all hope is lost with the rubber band effect. There is a chance, I suppose, that they could get, a black hole with exorcism, maybe a Crypt Swarm on top of it, a Chain Frost bouncing around, pinball style, and I think there's still a little bit of hope if they take a full clean 5-0 wipe or something like that, but it's looking grim. They get wiped up one more time, and KPG will just have such a huge lead, one even greater than what they have now. Got him, 200 gold off the Blink Dagger. PSM, he's working towards an Aghanim Scepter, not really that far off the mark. Kunkka has his Battle Fury complete, that last piece, little Claymore here, flying out on the donkey, and Arts will complete his Maelstrom. We'll see initiation here. Sorry about that camera, but, well, the boat flies through. Not going to do too much. We'll connect onto Solon, and Bat Rider will survive the initial onslaught. Now they'll bring down the Nyx Assassin. E-skills off to the side. Probably the next to go down is Affa Ninja. He's going to chase him down. He'll use the healing salve, but not really enough. Or is it? Seal Kick comes in, and he'll finish him off with a Chain Frost to the face. That's a huge bounty going the way of Lich. And now it's a 1-for-2. Finally the team fight that CST were looking for. And they'll get a decent change out of it. About a 21 net worth change. 2,100 rather. So pretty solid fight there. They don't get any objectives out of it, but it's a step in the right direction. If they can take a few more of those, then they'll start to claw their way back into this game. Still a very sizable lead, and Weaver will have his Maelstrom completed here. With that, KPG will just counter-push the mid-tier 1 tower, and they'll press forward. They should be able to take this one out. Glyph comes out from Coast, but there will be no defense mounted. And just wastes a couple seconds of their time. Gets clicked down. Earthshaker gets the last hit. He died in the last fight, and with that tower kill, he'll be 100 gold off the Blink Dagger. And that's always a big item pickup on the Earthshaker. Gives him so much more initiation power and lets him cruise across the map. Bat Rider finds Seal in mid lane, blinks over the tree line, lasso, Ice Blast. It'll just clip him, but really doesn't matter. Old Frosty here uses the Chilling Touch, and they'll have plenty of damage to bring down the Lich. So just a little solo pick off there. 16-8 KPG, still holding on to a very sizable lead, and now PSM more than halfway towards that Aghanim Scepter, just 2 short 1,000 gold pieces away from having one of the better Ags upgrades in the game. That'll be the Blink Dagger now on the Earthshaker. And this Weaver, it seems like just a moment ago when he picked up the Maelstrom, but he's already got another 1,800 gold to spare. He skills around the backside, but he'll get X'd, Torrented, Boated, Fissure, Dunked, and wow, everything under the sun to bring down the Racer. This combo is scary from KPG. They knew what they wanted, and boy, did they get it. How do you deal with that? I guess a BKB is the simple answer, but before that BKB can come out, what the hell do you do? Top lane, Solon trying to pressure this tower, but looks like it won't be enough to take it down. Ice Blast will fly through, will just barely miss him. His Bat Rider blinks over the tree line. Solon will connect with the Spike Carapace, hits him with a stun, and we'll just try to TP home. He'll barely be able to make it. Flame Break would have been on the mark, but just half a second too late from Gorik. KPG get the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane, and there go. There, gold lead, yeah, going up, 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 up. 12,000. And oh, poor Coast. This is so rough. It is a best-of-3 series, though, and they will have a little bit of wiggle room to come back here. Maybe not out of it completely in this fight, but they need to do something soon. They'll break the Lincolns on the Weaver with the Yules. Fissure comes out to break up the fight. Blonde not going to be able to find that easy opening, and now they'll reinitiate. PSM actually gets caught out by Solon. Almost enough damage to bring him down. The Crypt Swarm will finish off the Ancient Apparition, but he'll buy back straight away. Mech gets used. That picks up Solon. And he'll stay alive with a few hit points to spare. This side of the fight will finish off. Arts on the other side of it will be able to live. The buyback from AA, maybe a little premature. That will bite into his Ags gold. Actually never bought the Ogre Club. So thinking that that would be a much bigger team fight, looking to use the Ice Blast still, it'll end up being some wasted money for PSM and not going to go the way he would have liked. So third Blink Dagger will be out now as Kunkka grabs one following his Battle Fury pickup. It'll be flying out, compliments of the Mighty Boar. Ooh, what do we have here? That's Mjolnir. And that's coming out on the Weaver. He already has the Hyperstone. So Art's just going the bootless Weaver. He's got too many feet for boots anyway, so he'll just go for items and start wrecking these towers.
Radiant's
Tier 2 in the
bottom
mid lane
tower
taking a
is under
lot of
attack.
damage from KPG as Coast start to rotate down towards the bottom Tier 1, but Radiant have a glyph. They'll use it. The Earthshaker TP's home,
Dire's
and he'll
structures
defend
are
it. Dire's
fortified.
glyph comes out, but this Tier 2 in the mid will still fall, and it'll be another Tier 2 tower for nothing.
Dire's
Ninja gets the
middle
last hit
tower
on the
has
Kunkka,
fallen.
and KPG, they may just continue pressing forward and press their luck towards the high ground. They do need to be careful, though, as Blonde has a black hole ready. Torrent, Tidebringer will bring down the creep wave, and now they'll just kind of shove into the Tier 3 with the creeps before mounting the retreat. Oh, Arts, he'll walk into Seal Kid. Sentry Ward is down. It's a Radiant, though. One more auto attack. No, Seal will be able to live. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Solon will be in a bit of trouble here. The Ice Blast will not connect, but Gorak might be able to find a kill. And yeah, Ninja will blink over the tree line. Double damage on Bat Rider, plus the Flame Break probably would have yielded the kill anyhow. But Coast just getting picked apart at this point. That'll be another free pickoff. Arts almost soloing down the Lich. They're just in shambles at this point. Maybe, just maybe, they can still get that perfect storm of team fight ultimates. But even at this point, it's getting worse by the minute in terms of item progression. They'll find Arts. They'll use a black hole for it. But do they have the damage to bring him down? Oh, he can't get the time lapse off. Compliments of the silence. They'll finally finish him off. Death Prophet ends a big streak. It's 600 gold on top of all that extra money. Let's take a look at the recap here. And yeah, that'll be pretty nice. That's a pretty sizable penny there, about 2,200 net worth change just for picking off the Weaver. It looks good on paper, but it still doesn't really solve the core issues here. Solon will get caught inside of an X and a Torrent and will not get hit by the boat as he will Vendetta away. Blonde pressing forward, as is E-Skills, going for PSM, finds the kill there. Ninja can't slow him down enough to keep his snowman alive. Now the rest of KPG coming around the backside. Gorak thinking about a Blink Lasso, but not going to find the right opening. Will get caught inside of a Yule Scepter, but has a Force Staff to the low ground, and now we'll be able to blink as that baby's cooled down. So they'll get two more kills out, or another kill out of it. Another little net worth change going the way of Coast, showing us that they do have a sign of life. Still a very large golden experience lead to deal with.
Under attack.
I think if KPG throw away maybe a couple of team fights back-to-back, then sure, Team Coast could start clawing their way back into this one. They haven't lost any high ground towers yet. They only have one outer tower remaining. And they're on that edge now, where they're teetering on the edge of, if they can continue on like this, turtle up in their base, and KPG make a couple of silly plays, maybe they can bring it back. But they need to execute perfectly. One big team wipe on the side of Coast, and their base will get crippled, especially if they're caught without buybacks. I reckon Weaver will move into a Desolator as his next big item. Crystallis comes out on Ninja. So you've got two really strong carry heroes that they just have no response to. I mean, they've got a Black Hole, they've got a Silence to try and deal with Weaver, but in terms of carry potential, Razor's not going to out-carry a Kunkka who's this farmed with a Battle Fury, nor a Weaver who's picked up this much early momentum also. The Death Prophet can scale decently into the late game, but not quite to the point that these heroes with this start will be able to find. DP just moving into a BKB now, following the Yules off the phase boots. So her farm's still a bit lackluster, and there's still plenty that goes to the BKB. I mean, you've got your lasso, and it's just the matter of right clicks. You know, Weaver and Kunkka, they're not going to be too upset with a BKB. So Coast, they back it on up. They're all grouped up in their jungle, looking for an opening. Maybe they'll find it up top. Ninja gets some of his mana burned as Solon presses forward, misses the Impale. And now the wraparound from behind will come. KPG finds Seal and will connect with a Fissure. Gorak thinking about the Blink initiation here. Trees get taken out, compliments of the Enigma's Pulse. And Solon, he's the one that gets caught, but Yules comes out. Solon's not going anywhere. And the boat will fly through. It'll be a fail boat, not going to hit anything. Still enough to secure the kill onto Solon, as it did zone him into an odd position. In comes the dunk from Gotham. He'll set up so much damage here. It'll be a quick 4-0. DP will try to TP home, and it won't happen. It'll be a clean 5-0 wipe, as KPG get a brilliant initiation. Gotham doing the bulk of the damage there. And that is the power of the Earthshaker, ladies and gentlemen. The Fissure to set it up, blink over into the Echo. Oh, daddy. Let's take it. Oh, no. Can't look at the team fight recap. I'm a little slow on the uptake. But here we go.
Top tower is under attack.
High ground, in some trouble. No glyph up for another 19 seconds. That's really all the time that KPG needs. This will be at least one lane of barracks. I think Coast will hang in there. Maybe one team fight more. but not so much that they can do at this point. A full data list will be coming out on the Kunkka. His cleave damage is so massive at this point. That'll be a top lane of barracks. Their glyph has cooled down. And KPG, they might be able to just rotate into the Roche pit if that's something they're inclined to do. Or they could stick around and chip around at the high ground once more. They need to be a little careful. CST did not use any of their ultimates that fight today. They'll have Black Hole, Chain Frost, all that good stuff. But out comes the Ice Blast. Will miss. Ninja throws out a boat. That'll miss also. And now KPG may want to sound the retreat, as they've used some of their ultimates. Coast have theirs available. And that's where this one will end. So 23-11, still looking damn good for the Radiant side. And that net worth chart is looking really scary. 20,000 gold in their favor at the 29-minute mark. Oh. What can they do here? I don't want to say Coast has no chance, but I'm having trouble fathoming any scenario where they'll actually be able to turn this one around. Even if they get a couple of good team wipes, they're just so far behind at this point. Even getting net worth for yourself, that doesn't get rid of the items that your enemy has. Kunkka's level 19 with a Daedalus Battle Fury. Even if they wipe him up, he's still going to have these items, still going to be hitting like a truck. We'll have a big lag spike here. Looks like this Stockholm server not treating us so well. Kunkka sells a bottle, though, and he'll find a double damage rune. Come on, server. You can do it. This is you. Oh, man. Let's see if we can reconnect. SOS. Please save us. Talking to my admins here. Okay, looks like we're back in. I guess it was just me. Okay. That's weird. Looks like we had some sort of a hiccup there. Stream's still going. Yeah, we're still encoding frames, not dropping a thing. All right, so we're back in it. Let's see what we missed here. Looks like no one's dead. So, oh, we missed a Roche. Okay, so KPG finished off Roche. Aegis is on the Weaver, who also has a Demon Edge now. But here's the initiation. Gorik goes in, grabs Seal. The boat will fly through. It'll connect on at least two. Solon will get hit by the boat as well. It hurts, doesn't it, Davy Jones? They'll bring down the Lich and the Nyx Assassin. And this is looking like it could be the end for Team Coast. Buybacks looking grim on the Dire side. BKB's popped aplenty. 3 of them on the Dire. They'll try to bring down Ninja. They'll be successful. Where's your team, buddy? Gorak's on the backside. Arts. He didn't really go man mode there. You got the Aegis, buddy. Just burn it. Run in there. Save your friend. It's all right. Now they'll look towards the tier 3 perhaps. It's a 1 for 2. Look at that little recap there. And even though it is a 2 for 1, CST, they get a pretty big change out of that. Not many ultimates used either by the Dire side. Kind of an odd little fight there. Still Black Hole, Exorcism, and Chain Frost available. There will be a full MKB now out on the Weaver, so it looks like he'll go back home, and then he'll have to run his way back across the map to rendezvous with his team. No boots, so it'll be a slow and steady effort, but I think he'll be able to do it just fine. Kunkka down for another 30 seconds. No BOTs up on him. He could sell his phases and buy BOTs now, but has himself a TP scroll. Can at least get to this tier 3 or tier 1 tower down in the bottom lane. All right, so a double damage rune hiding out down bottom. This is the rune of many wins in the hands of a battle furied Kunkka. It just takes one Tidebringer crit with a Battle Fury double damage, and oh my gosh, that damage output. But nope, Arts will be the one to pick it up. Weaver with the double damage is also pretty damn scary at this stage in the game when he's got an MKB Mjolnir. He's hitting fast, and he's soon to be hitting pretty damn hard. So Kunkka, he'll be able to make it down to the bottom lane. They'll press forward, and here we go. Ninja goes in, clears up the creep wave, X's himself back, being a little cheeky there. but Arts, he'll put on the double damager and hitting like Mack Truck.
Dire's bottom
He'll bring
tower
down the tier
has
3
fallen.
tower. There's a glyph still standing, but Coast being very careful about when the ideal time to use it is. They'll decide it's now. In comes the Admiral once more, doing the same little thing, just poking at him. Comes in, gets off a Tidebringer, and then able to X himself back to safety. Weaver caught inside of the Yules. That'll cleanse the double damage rune. And now in comes Alpha Ninja, forces out the BKB from E-Skills, but he'll be able just to X himself back. They get the melee barracks, and KPG will be pretty happy with that. They've committed very little just to get a melee barracks here, and they've already forced out the glyph. So this kind of slow siege is working well. They're respecting the ultimates here. They know Coast have the power to full wipe them if they're not careful. And Coast, they'll sort of head towards the top, make a defense against the creeps pushing in. They're going to hold into the bitter end here, but I think this is pretty close to it for Team Coast. They could tap out at pretty much any point and feel comfortable doing it. So KPG, they'll continue on with this slow siege. Alpha Ninja blinking over the tree line, looking to have some fun, and will just X himself back to safety. The wraparound from the backside, though. Coast coming in. They'll smoke up. They find Arts. They'll bring down the Aegis to get things started. Gorak, he grabs Blonde. He's looking for the black hole. Davy Jones will whiff. Now that was a fair bolt. But they'll bring down the Razor off one side, it looks like. Ape Mother down here. He'll use his Exorcism, and he'll head for the hills. Buyback now from the Razor. He wants to get right back into the party, and it will be a Razor for Aegis. Kunkka still just jumping around with his X. In comes Got him. They'll jump onto Seal. Lich will fall, and now it's soon to be a dieback for the Razor. He gets blocked out, hit by a Torrent. Ape Mother's ultimate soon to expire, and there it is. GG, well played. We're moving into game 2. And KPG, they'll take a pretty convincing game 1, 28-14. Just dominant from the beginning of this match. They took the first blood before the creeps even spawned, and they just never let go of that momentum. And we'll see, can Compass Gaming take a quick 2-0 series, or will Coast be able to bring us in to a third match with a victory here coming up in game number 2? This is Do or Die for Team Coast. I'm Zyori. Thank you for joining us for the Summit 2 by G2A.com. EU Qualifiers will be back after this short break.